Now, here's a what-if scenario. What if one of America's closest allies has become the den for Russian spies?
Well, that is because a New York Times investigation has alleged that Russia has turned Japan into a key hub for espionage, covert, procurement and the sourcing of critical technology for the Russia-Ukraine war.
Now, these revelations have led to the Japanese government acknowledging that it must urgently strengthen its intelligence and counter-espionage capabilities. Japan's chief government spokesperson said that the country faces a rapidly changing security environment and it must do more to prevent foreign operatives from acquiring sensitive information that threatens national security. He said Tokyo must address the challenge with greater rigor.
The spokesperson also noted that Japan's parliament has approved legislation to establish a new national body that will coordinate the country's fragmented intel system.
Japan has long relied on multiple agencies rather than a single foreign intelligence service. According to the reports, post-Second World War, legal constraints have left Japan with comparatively weak espionage laws, making it vulnerable to foreign intelligence operations. Tokyo is now moving towards forming a more centralized intelligence structure.
Citing Ukrainian government estimates, around 90% of Russian missiles and drones reportedly contain Japanese-made components. It even highlighted an investigation into the wreckage of a Russian Kh-101 cruise missile that struck a residential building in Kiev in the month of May, where investigators reportedly recovered Japanese components despite export restrictions.
Now, the investigation further alleged that Russia's operations in Japan are directed by an intelligence officer operating undercover at the Tokyo office of the state-owned airline Aeroflot. It said that a secretive Russian military intelligence unit known as the 20th Directorate uses officers posing as diplomats and businessmen to obtain or steal battlefield technology. According to the report, procurement networks bypass export controls by routing microchips, transmitters, machinery used to manufacture weapons and other components through intermediary companies and third countries, including Vietnam, Uzbekistan and Sri Lanka.
And this is not an isolated case. As per reports, Moscow has been using countries like Turkey, China, Kazakhstan and even Germany as third-party countries to procure key arms and technology to bypass restrictions.
And according to reports, after hundreds of Russian intelligence operatives were expelled from Europe and North America following the commencement of the Russia-Ukraine war back in 2022, many allegedly shifted their operations to Japan. So it started as far back as 2022, allowing Moscow to rebuild procurement and intelligence networks from Japanese territory.